Most people are consumed by how they're perceived in the world. So how you act, what you do. Everyone's so scared of what people see them to be. People act different in front of different people. People pleasing, basically. Even if you don't think it's people pleasing, because you're not doing it for people, but at the end of the day you are. Because if you're not staying completely true to yourself just because you think about, oh, this person might think that, or actually I don't want to get on their bad side or annoy them or blah blah blah, that's even more reason to do it. Not even a bad side. Oh my god, my ponytail looks weird in there. Not even on the bad side. I'm not saying be horrible to people, because I think that's a different topic altogether. You need to be kind to people. You always need to be kind to people, but the way you're perceived is in, if you don't want to be your full true self in front of people because you think they're going to find you annoying, that's all the more reason to be yourself. You need to understand that you can't be a slave. Essentially, you're a slave to other people's opinions of you. You need to let loose and just literally be free. You need to let yourself express yourself in any which way you want to do that. If you're thinking about doing anything and you want to do it, but there's a tiny little voice inside of your head, or it might be a big voice that's saying no, because everyone will call you weird, everyone will call you a weirdo, blah blah blah. No one actually cares that serious. Like, no one cares that much. Once you start doing it as well, people will get used to it. They'll have nothing more to take the piss out of, really. Everyone will be like, oh, okay, that's just them. People learn to accept you anyway, and even if they never learn to accept you, they're just not your person, because nobody's going to be your person at the end of the day. No, not everybody's going to be your person. There's going to be a certain few people that are genuinely your people, but you can't be walking on eggshells around people just because you think that they're going to perceive you differently if you do one thing. Let people perceive you how they want to perceive you. Let them, because at the end of the day, that's their perception of you. That's not who you are. As long as you know who you are and you know that you're a good person, you know that what you're doing is so authentically you, nothing that what they say should get to you at all. You need to literally totally understand that what you do should be totally for you. And obviously you should do stuff for other people. I'm not saying don't do stuff for other people, but don't act a certain way because there's a person there that you think, or even like showing off to people, anything like, and it sounds so childish saying showing off, but everyone kind of does it. You do kind of portray a certain way about yourself to people to get them to like you, but you need to genuinely just be totally you. If people say, oh my god, you're really cringing me out, you're really annoying me, just carry on, because at the end they can leave if they want to leave. Let people leave, let people get on with their life. You're gonna outgrow people too. Always remember that you're gonna outgrow people, especially if you're a grown person and you've got a growth kind of mindset. You're gonna outgrow them at the end of the day. There's no way of not. Like, and if they stay in their same little patterns and same things that they're doing, they're never going to grow. So of course they're going to be on this level, and you might have been on this level with these people for such a long time, then you'll start to move out of it and you'll think, actually, and then you'll start to even question everything about your friendships, blah blah blah. When you actually do grow and become your true self, you'll start to question everything about your friendships. You'll lose a lot of friends, and you need to realise that that's okay. That's completely fine to lose your friends. It's okay, because you'll always find more and you'll always have yourself. The only person that you've truly got 100% is yourself. You might say, oh, I've got my parents, I've got my sister, anything. They can switch up on you. Anyone can switch up on you at any minute. So you need to genuinely just be so happy within yourself and be completely yourself at all times. If you're not yourself all the time, and some days you won't feel that great, so you'll try and put on an act, and you'll try to put on an act that you are this person, even if you're not feeling like that person that day. If at one point in time you want to be quiet throughout that whole entire day, be quiet that whole entire day to let people know, oh, I'm just not feeling it today, and that's fine. You don't even have to let them know. You don't even have to let them know. You can literally, whatever you're feeling like, being like, be that. Be whatever you feel like being, because at the end of the day, it's your life. You should be free. You need to give yourself that freedom to be who you are. And even if you don't know who you are, that's fine too. Just whatever you think about fast about saying, if you're second guessing it, oh, should I really say that? That means that's your inner critic telling you that, because it's scared you're going to get judged because of obviously past things that have happened to you. You need to understand that the past, that's only in your memory now. The past is only in your memory now. And And the past is literally only in your memory. It only exists in your memory. If you're worried about doing something because of a certain person from your past, or look at it and think, oh, or see it, or hear about it, stop worrying. 9 times out of 10, they won't care anyway. 9 times out of 10, they might like take the mick out of it, do whatever, say whatever, but it shouldn't affect the way you are. And you can't let it affect the way you are. You need to be your true inside self, even if you don't know what that means this minute. You need to just be authentically you. Because authenticity is the only way, in my opinion. If you're acting like anything that you're not, I think the only time that you shouldn't be authentic is if you're doing like an acting show. I literally think if you're acting, that's the only time that you shouldn't be authentic. Because a lot of people, how they act is just how they're acting. They are acting in real life. And I think a lot of people portray themselves to be someone that they're totally not, so they can get, so essentially so they can be loved. But what you don't understand is you're never going to be loved for who you are then. If you're acting like somebody else, that's not who you are. If you be completely you, and if nobody loves you, just know that you've got yourself. Because people will love you anyway, know that. But even if the chance is very, very, extremely, extremely low, by the way, that nobody in the entire world loves you. But even if no one loves you, you have to love yourself. As long as you love yourself, the love from other people, it's nice. It's nice to hear it, but it's not anything really. Because people will change up, people will hate you, people will love you, people will find you amazing, some people will find you annoying, some people will be so excited to be around you, some people think that you're a horrible person, some people think you're a nice person. It's everyone's perception of you. And you need to stop worrying about different people's perceptions, because at the end of the day, everyone's going to perceive you however they want to perceive you. You can't change anyone's mind about it. There's not a single person in the world that you can change their mind into liking you or thinking you're incredible if they don't think of you like that. And if you are changing them by acting in a way that isn't actually you, then it's not you. So why are you doing it? At the end of the day, you're going to get caught out. Not even caught out. You'll catch yourself out, and you'll eventually think to yourself, why am I doing this? And you won't know. But it's just the ego. It's just the ego wanting to be loved, wanting to be liked. And sometimes it comes from insecurity. Sometimes it happens from not being loved in your childhood. But at the end of the day, you're not going to be loved truly if you're not being true. You're not going to be truly loved if you're not true. You have to be so true to yourself that it's actually, in a way, like people could kind of, a lot of people will become jealous of you too. That's what you need to understand. A lot of people will get this sense of jealousy, which they don't even know it's jealousy, for you being your total self. Because have you ever seen someone on TikTok and you think, or on anywhere, and you've seen someone and you think, oh my God, I would never do that. The only reason you would never do that is because you wouldn't be able to do that without feeling embarrassed. And you need to stop letting embarrassment take control of you. You need to let yourself out of that embarrassment, because embarrassment is not who you are. But it's comfortable to overanalyze everything, people find comfort in overanalyzing everything, making sure what they say is completely perfect at all times, but nobody's perfect. So stop trying to be all the time. You need to just be your true self, and that's literally it. That's all I've got to say. You've just got to be yourself, because if you're not yourself, then who are you? Okay, bye.